no, it's not. It's not how to explain it. It's not like like I have issue with chat calling me my real name. It's like I don't like my real name, so
Yeah,
I
well,
just
I mean,
I'm
it's
so
the
used to
same
being
thing. It's
called
like if you
Shiki.
don't like, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. I like it's hard. I don't know. It's gonna be challenging. Like you apply. It's like you're putting in an application. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
Uh, someone asked. Oh wait, did I miss a question? What do you guys play these days? I think we talked about that right already earlier.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
Oh, do you watch anime? Do you watch anime, Rennie?
I watch like the super mainstream ones. I haven't watched a bunch of them.
Oh, okay. Have you seen Demon Slayer?
Yep, I've watched that one. That one's super mainstream.
Have you seen season 2 yet or no?
I don't know if I've seen season 2. I would have to.
It like
I would
just
have
came
to
out
look.
like
Oh, probably
a couple
not then.
weeks ago.
Is it
Yeah,
finished?
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. I
Um,
usually, for stuff like that, I wait until it's done so I could just binge it. Because I hate
That's
waiting
smart.
weekly.
Um, normal job before streaming. Rennie, would you like to answer that?
I used to work at a boba store. It was pretty fun. For those of you who don't know what boba is, it's basically flavored teas or milk teas, and then you can get little toppings in it. So boba is tapioca pearls that are generally flavored with honey flavored syrup because it's not real honey, because real honey is expensive, and a bunch of sugar and brown sugar and stuff like that. So it's essentially, it's kind of like diabetes in a cup. It's like Asian Starbucks. So I used to work at a boba store.
I really like boba.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it says someone in chat said 2 episodes released for season 2, so it's only 2 episodes right now. So
Okay,
you might
so
want to.
I will have to wait a while.
Someone asked if you thought about changing your legal name.
Yeah, I get that question too, and I'm just like, nah, it's too much work.
I mean, it's too much work. Okay, so I'll say this, because like everyone knows what my name is, like last name too, so I don't really care. So my people think my real name is Vivian because of my GTA character.
Oh, that's your character.
Not, yeah. My real name's Nirvana Maria, but everyone, and yes, my last name is Maria. Everyone is like, what? How is that last name? It's a common last name in Spain. I have some Spaniard in me, but so like when I was younger, I really wanted to change my name because like growing up and like going through school, like everyone was just like, oh, you're Maria, and like, you know, but it's like, no, my real name's Nirvana. It was like just such a hassle with like grades, papers, like anything. It was just like there's always an issue. Even like doctor appointments is like it's always an issue.
Is that why you don't like your name?
That's one of the reasons why. But well, also the other thing too is everyone's like, you were named by the band, and I'm like, actually no. Nirvana's a word in Buddhism. Like I'm pretty sure it means like state of happiness, bliss. So like, not that I am blissful. I'm not really. I'm just kidding. But yeah, my last name was a big issue.
Yeah.
But like, I wanted to like maybe change my first name to like that way like people would know like, oh, last name is Maria, first name is like more of a first name. I don't know how to, I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to change it more when I was younger. Now I'm kind of just like too lazy. Is there a point? Maybe I should change it to Shiki. That's happened a few times.
Yeah.
I'm like, should I just change it to Shiki? Like, I have like variations, like, how to explain? I have variations of like Shiki. Like everyone's like, Shiki, Sheikster, like
Cheekster.
yeah, Shiki, Sheikster, like Sheiks, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Some people like when people say like, oh, that's very cheeky, like CH. I think they're talking about me, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, you're not. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I have some feelings about my name too. So the funny thing is I actually don't dislike my name, but the internet made me dislike my name.
What? Why?
Because my real name is Karen.
But that's
You've
just
not- you've not-
unfortunate with society. But like
Yeah.
it's your name. Do you have like a nickname that you like? Like, is there a nickname you
Oh,
have?
I just go by Rennie. I tell everybody on the internet, just call me Rennie. So it's like really sad because I like my name and it has like meaning to me because my parents, they came to the US, they didn't speak English, so they were afraid of like giving me a bad name. So they actually had my cousin name me, and then my cousin gave me this name and they're like, "Oh, I really like that name a lot," you know? So it's like, I don't know, it was like a cute little thing from my parents and my favorite cousin. And then it's like nowadays I'm like, dang it, I hate it when people call me by my real name because the internet has absolutely ruined it. You know?
Someone said Karini. That's cute.
Actually, that's how Rennie came from. Is the REN from Rennie came from Karen, so the end of Karen. And then one of my online friends gave me a nickname because I went by Ren. They're like, "Oh, Rennie," and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna take that. Yoinkies." So on the internet, I go by Rennie and only Rennie. But if for anybody who knows me in person, I don't mind if they call me Karen. But internet people, please don't call me Karen.
I'll call you Rennie. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, like, just with like the internet. But like, I don't know, I like Rennie. That's so cute. Like, you made a nickname out of it, and I think it's like, and it's like a wholesome story. It has like meanings. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, one time my mom came on stream for the first time because I was doing a celebration stream and she said, "Thank you for supporting Karen." And I was like, oh shit. You know? But it's not like I would ever tell my mom not to call me by my name.
You're like, oh no, gotta go.
Oh
like,
no, but thank you, Mom. Thanks for coming on stream.
That's so cool. Wait, so your mom, is your mom like, or your like family, if you don't mind me asking, like really supportive? Like,
They
with your
weren't.
streaming?
They weren't at the start, but my dad lost his job and now they're dependent on my gamer dollars, so they can't complain about it, suckers.
Aw. That's funny.
And so now that the shoe's on the other foot and I'm taking care of them, they can't complain about it. But they, definitely when I first started streaming, there were a lot of comments of, "Can you just get a real job?" You know?
Yeah. Well, at least, you know, at least you have, you know, have them like being supportive now. That's awesome.
Yeah,
you're
they're
really
super
lucky.
supportive in general. Essentially, as long as I'm happy, then they're happy. So if I tell them that I'm happy streaming, then they'll be like, "Okay, you can do that then." You can tell that they're still thinking, just get a real job, you know, but they just say they're happy as long as I'm happy.
That's so wholesome.
Yeah. What about you with your family?
Oh, I don't have like family in my life, so.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Brad.
No, it's all good. It is what it is, you know? I'm, what's the word? Estranged, I guess? Is that the word? I'm estranged, yeah. But, I mean, you know, it's all good, you know? Not everyone is, lucky to have a support system. So whenever my friends tell me, like, oh my god, like, my mom, whatchamacallit, like, my mom came in my chat, oh my god, like, and I'm like, you're lucky, like, be happy that, like, you know, like, she's, well, like, one, just be happy in general, like, that she's supportive of it, because a lot of people are, like,
because
you know,
a lot aren't, yeah.
Yeah, because,
No.
like what you said, it's hard for anybody to understand, like, this is a job, you know? So, yeah.
I think that's a really good way to look at it. Like, life is not easy, and all you can do as like a person for yourself is that you can take these situations and turn them into something good, right? So it's like you can definitely make. Sorry, I was just like, I'm trying to.
No,
breathe.
look at chat.
No family, bad
Bad back
sells
sells
crack.
crack. Yep, chat. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's making it in life, right? You can't judge.
Yeah, I got disowned and now I sell coke. Yeah, it's crazy. My back hurts. Yeah. Nah, I'm just trolling.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think it's how to explain. It's hard because like I'm assuming like you're around my age. Like you sound young.
I'm a little bit older.
Yeah, but like I feel like you would get it. Like sometimes like in life you're just how to explain? Like you have like the cards you were dealt with, you know? And at first you're like I feel like I'm going through like my anime arc. Like
Yeah,
I'm like Naruto. Like he didn't have his parents around. Obviously it was a different scenario. Like they passed away in the anime. But like for me it's obviously different. It's more like, you know, like they didn't like pass away or anything. But like I feel like I'm going through my anime arc. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna push through this, you know? So
Yeah, no, that's
me.
the exact thing is you have challenges in front of you and you're able to overcome them and get stronger as a result, right?
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
it's just that like just because my parents are supportive of me now doesn't necessarily mean that they were super supportive when I was younger as well, you know? Like when I was younger, I went through a lot of mental health issues and I was diagnosed with, you know, major depression, also known as clinical, and that was when mental health issues weren't really as widely accepted and spoken about. So I struggled a lot through my school years because essentially everybody in my life, my family, all my friends, they didn't believe that I was struggling because of my mental health, but rather that I was like acting up or being lazy or pretending to cry all the time because I didn't want to do things, you know? So it's like I didn't have that. I didn't have any of that support. And then obviously it's like, oh, you know, I'm struggling through depression and every single person in my life seems to be against me, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like my parents get it now, but for a solid like 5 years of my life, they were not very cool with it.
I think that's like
Yeah.
one thing with like mental health and like for people who are in chat listening, we are talking about mental health. We are kind of being open with it. So if this, you know, potentially gives you anxiety or little sad vibes, you know, just a little warning, We're not gonna go into any crazy details, but just, you know, I don't want anyone to like I like to just put that disclaimer. But no, yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with you because you know you were like open about it. I was diagnosed with PTSD, and if you put the two pieces together, no parents PTSD, you can imagine what happened there. So so there were times where even when I'm streaming, you know, or just hanging out with friends or going to a party, you know, obviously this is not, you know, like depression, but I realize that there's some similarities. That's not the same thing, 100% not. I don't want to like say like I know what you're feeling. I really don't. The best I can do is like understand what you're saying, but it's hard for me to put myself in your shoes because you know we're different.
Yeah.
But with the anxiety aspect and when you had said you feel like you know people are like, oh, you're crying all the time, you're lazy, blah blah, it's like just it's not even just anybody like specific, it's just like that's just how society is, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
and
it's
that's not an
gotten a lot
excuse.
better though. Thankfully.
No, it definitely has, but it's just there's this weird like stigma that it's like, oh, you're just too busy crying all the time, that's why you can't get anything done with your life, or blah 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 blah, whatever people say. And like the thing is like people are gonna say that, but like we don't know what they're thinking or what they've been through or what hardships they've been through. Like maybe the way they were raised, you know, they didn't have the resources to understand, you know, mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I mean,
So, like,
that was never a thing for my parents, so they didn't
Yeah.
understand it. And I
Yeah.
get it from their perspective, but it doesn't mean that it was any less like hurtful, right?
No, yeah, and I feel like just people in general, like, you know, especially like to people in chat, like if you're, you know, like gender doesn't matter with mental health. I know
Yeah.
some people are saying some stuff in chat, but like gender doesn't matter with mental health. And again, whatever you know identify as in chat, I want to let you guys know like it really doesn't matter. Oh, because you know, you're this gender, you have more hormones. Like, no, 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 no. Like, that's, you never put an excuse for mental health ever. Because I've heard that too. I've heard people be like,
dude, that is the worst thing. It's
yeah.
like, you know what? I'm a human being. I could be having a bad day. Like, how do you just say, oh, you must be on your period? Like, that's kind of messed up.
Well, it's not even that. There's just
I
some
mean, it's like
people that
people do that though.
No, 100%. But it's even like I've noticed with like males, like they're like a lot of, like the whole stigma is like you can't show emotions.
Oh, you can't cry. Yeah.
You can't cry. Like,
and that's
but what
really
if, like,
bad too.
Yeah, like what if they're going through something? So it's like so like how I see it, not how I actually see it, but this is like from what I've experienced, is like society saying on one hand, females have a lot of hormones and, you know, they cry all the time because of that. And then, you know, males have, you know, if, I don't know, if they're crying, they're weak, they're not strong, like whatever, blah, 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 right? There's like whatever excuse or reasoning, they just like downplay it. And it's like, no, like you don't know what they're going through. And a lot of the times people don't realize, like, if, it doesn't matter who's crying, you know, male, female, what, you know, and
wait,
you know.
wait, hold on. There is this one person in the chat. Please stop trying to like pit genders against each other. We're all human beings, and we all have our own stories. Could be good or could be bad, but we're not here to try to like, you know, pit men and women against each other. So please don't do that in chat. Please don't do that. We're all human beings here. We all have our own feelings. So please don't do that.
Yeah, let's just have positive vibes in chat. Thank you for calling that out. I didn't even like notice it. I was like in my own like thoughts. But yeah. But like, for example, going back to like the whole gender thing, you know, like everybody, it doesn't matter what gender you are, what, you know, where you come from, what culture, how you were raised, like mental health can be like anybody, like everybody has like mental health, you know, like everybody has something that affects them one way or another, and that shouldn't be like invalid. It should be, you know, hey, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm going through, and it shouldn't matter, you know, regardless of, you know, gender, race, anything like that, you know? So I just feel like there's a lot of like society, like
There's a lot of pressure.
stigmatisms,
Yeah, even like now, even though it's more like open to talk about mental health, there's still a lot of pressure because whenever you see social media, you only like 95% of the time, like people only post like the good stuff in their life, right? So it can definitely make you feel worse by looking at it because you're like, oh man, this like everyone only has a good time, but I'm having a hard time. But you know, everyone's just cherry picking the good stuff to post.
Yeah, I 100% agree. But that's the other thing too. I think, cause like when you were mentioning like your family supports, you know, that makes me so happy because there's a lot of people out there that don't have like a support system, you know, and like I saw someone in chat like mentioned like you'll find your family, like they're saying that like to me, and it's like that's all I ever want in life, you know, like I don't care about anything else. Like hopefully one day I just find that like group of friends that I can call family, you know, because like obviously I don't have family of like my own or like by blood,
friends
you know.
can be family too.
Yeah,
You
so I
definitely
think
have some of those like people who mean a lot to your life.
yeah, like I feel like, you know, especially with mental health, you need like it doesn't have to be always like blood related or you know, it could be someone that's like not related to you at all, and like but if they help you feel a certain way, like support system, that's like really important, and not just like mental health, just anything in general, you know. But
Just
wholesome
having like
vibes.
yeah, just having like your friends who like they might not necessarily like enjoy the same things as you. Like maybe for example, like you really like GTRP, right? But for you to be excited about GTRP and to like tell your friends about it, even though they don't necessarily like know about it, but they're willing to listen and be excited for you, is like, you know, that's like one of those things that are really big about friendship that I love.
No, I 100% agree. I think any type of like when someone like I think that's like the best thing. Like in relationships and friendships, like anything, if like someone just listens to like the little things about you, I find that so like I love that. Like if someone remembers something about me, and it's like a small thing, I'm just like, oh, like
Yeah.
thanks. You take
Or,
time out of your day to remember.
yeah, like if somebody, for example, like sends me a picture, or like they're like, oh, I went out to the mall and I saw this and I thought about you. Like that would like make my day. I'm like, oh my god, they thought about me. Like that's so cute, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because
feel
they
like-
remembered that I liked this certain thing. They're like, oh, I see it. I remember you. I'm thinking about you. That's so cute.
I feel like just like you said, like the little things, I feel like eventually it all adds up and it just makes you feel like happy, throughout your day. Like let's say you're having a bad day, like you spilled, I don't know, boba on your favorite shirt or something.
No,
You
not
know,
my
like-
keyboard.
Yeah, like, like things like that, like, if like you just, oh, your day just had a rough start, and then someone like later on like messages you to check up on you, or like sends you a cute picture or something. It's like the little things like that eventually, like you're like, oh yeah, I had a rough start of my day, but like I feel so much better now, like kind of like washes it away, which I really really like. It's the little things.
Oh, Cora, thank you for resubscribing with Prime Gaming.
Thanks, Cora.
Yeah, we probably missed a whole bunch of stuff, but it's a little bit hard because we can't see everything.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Aw, I like the cute like emotes in chat. I think that's like one of my like favorite things. I love like seeing like just like really cute like emotes, and I'm just like, ooh, it's so high quality and nice.
Hey, I want to see your emotes. What kind of emotes do you have?
This is the second time I'm getting spied on today. What is going on?
I'm spying?
Chat, I'm dead. First corpse spies on my Spotify, and now this. This is great. Oh my god. Hey, at least I cleaned up my playlist though. That motivated me, so there you go.
Is this like a cat or a fox?
It's a kitsune or kitsune.
Oh,
It's
kitsune.
a
So
Japanese
cute.
fox. Yeah. It used to be white and pink, but I changed it to like blue and purple to match my rebrand. Yeah. Favorite song or album? Ooh, Rennie, do you have any favorite songs or albums?
I really like Keshi as an artist in general. If you guys know Keshi, if you don't know Keshi, you should know Keshi. He's great.
I know of Keshi. I haven't heard his music though. Unfortunately, I haven't had time.
I just really like his music.
Pog.
Pog.
Yeah, Pog's in the chat.
Pog. Dude,
Pog.
Keshi is great. And then of course I love Jay. Eej at youtube.com. EAJ.
Oh, he plays Santa in RP.
Yeah, I know. He's
It's so funny. I like.
ridiculous.
I heard like his one of his songs. I don't even know which one it was because it was like in RP, so I don't like know. Like, there's no like Spotify playlist, on the thing. but I heard like him play like one of his like songs in RP, and I was like, oh my god, this is a banger! Like, this is so cool. And yeah, that's my story.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. Terrible friend, but he's pretty funny.
Love Eej.
Yeah, so many people like him. Yeah, but I'm just gonna let you guys know he's a terrible friend.
What? Huh?
Yeah, he had a concert recently in Los Angeles for Head in the Clouds, and he was supposed to hang out with me, and he fucking stood me up. So terrible. Honestly, a terrible friend.
Wait, what emo is that? Is that Pog? Oh no, that's just a sad emo. I was like, is that Pog or not Pog? I'm learning.
No, wait, don't actually say mean things about Jay. He's great. He's a fantastic person. I just like to make fun of him, and he makes fun of me. He is a fantastic person.
Almost the opposite of Pog. My bad, sorry. That's funny. Ask us any questions.
No, wait, no, we're not canceling Jay. You
Oh,
guys.
no.
We're not canceling him. All you guys need to know is that, okay, he's not a terrible friend, he's a fantastic friend, but he's a terrible raider in World of Warcraft. That's what he is.
Yikes.
He was a tank, and there was a mechanic on a boss where the tank has to aim the boss, because the boss like shoots at the tank, and you need to get the boss to shoot his bad guy friends, and he kept missing. So I was like, Jay, do you need a ruler or something?
Oh, it's so funny. Eat. Yep. Reason for Twitch name? I think we talked about it. Rennie was originated. Sorry, I keep like having hiccups. Your name originated because of your actual IRL name, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Mine's just because I like anime. That's it. It's just cheeky, you know. Are you planning to stream for a long time? Wait, do you mean like this stream or do you mean like in general? Thoughts on Val tournament? I didn't get a chance to watch it. Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit of it, but then I ended up going to bed.
Gotcha. Have you watched any of the offline TV videos? I think I've seen a few. What about you, Rennie?
I've watched a bunch of them, but I've got a bit of a backlog to go through as well. So I have not watched the most recent videos. I did see that he was in it though. He was the Seeker, I think.
Is Toast sleeping? I don't know. I'm
Um,
assuming so.
probably,
I am assuming
It is.
so.
It is a little bit late. It is 2 a.m.
It's 4
right
for
now.
me. What food can you eat every day if you can?
Fried chicken.
I just
love
like
fried chicken.
Asian cuisine, right? I guess that's like Asian food,
Mhm.
Asian cuisine. I just like Asian cuisine. I think the most. Like I like sushi. I like ramen. I like having my kimchi with some rice and some chicken. Sticky rice, yes. Sticky rice, yes, yes.
Sticky rice is good.
Sticky rice, yes. Pizza's always good, but like, I don't know, like sometimes I eat certain food and I'm noticing more like with my body, like how I feel, like my energy, like how like energetic I am.
Oh.
So like if I eat any fast food, I will feel so slumped. Like I will feel like I could take a nap and just pass out and be lazy the whole day. But if I eat like something light, which typically I find with Asian cuisine, it's light, like it's not like heavy, you know what I mean? Like it's not like you don't like, and you don't really like need to eat a lot to feel full. It's like a pretty good like portion and like you feel full. So like you have like a little bit of rice, a little bit of like, I guess like Korean barbecue a lot. Yeah, that's probably it too. Like I like the little
Korean barbecue. I like hot pot better than barbecue though, I think.
I've never had that. I've never had hot pot before. I don't know what that is.
It's basically like Korean barbecue, except instead of grilling it, you have soup and you cook it in the soup.
Oh.
So it's like the same kind of things, like thin cut meats and vegetables, except instead of grilling it on the little pan grill thing, you put it in soup and you cook it in there. So it's quite a bit healthier. Plus, it does sound like you like soup-based things like ramen, so you might actually like hot pot.
I actually don't like soup.
Oh,
I hate
you
soup.
like ramen?
I like ramen. That's the only thing I will like get close to soup. Yeah, but I really like ramen a lot. I don't like, if I'm like, you will never see me eating soup unless I'm like really really sick and like I need chicken noodle soup, then maybe. But even then, it's like a really hard time for me to eat soup. Korean barbecue, yes. I've had pho. Actually, I have had pho. I've never had papaya salad or soup dumplings before.
Oh, did you like pho? Because that's very soupy too.
I did like pho. I am also part Viet. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, so that, yeah, I like found out, like I have always known that, but like DNA test confirmed, you know. So like
Oh,
found out
gotcha.
recently. Although some DNA tests are like the numbers were weird, but I ended up asking like, because I do talk to my grandma. That is like the only family I talk to. But it's not like immediate family, you know. But my grandma, I asked her, and she's like, yeah, like your grandpa from the other side of the family um, is like Viet and Hispanic, and I was like, oh, how much Viet am I? It's probably a small amount. It's probably around 20%. I'm like 20 with
That's
everything.
still, oh, that's still quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like.
I'm
Sorry, go
not
ahead.
Vietnamese, but my dad's side of the family, most of them were born and raised in Vietnam. So they're
Oh wow.
Vietnamese like nationality, but ethnicity wise, we're not Vietnamese.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we do tend to eat a lot of Vietnamese food.
That's so cool. Yeah, I've said this on earlier when I was on the radio. I have a little bit of Russian, a little bit of Spaniard, a little bit of Viet, and Native American. That's like the main 4. And then I have like a very small amount of like African, but I don't know like where. It's like a
Oh.
lot of things are mixed. Yeah, I'm very diverse. But for me, it's easier to say like I am like European, Hispanic, Asian. It's so much easier to say that because like the rest are like a lot smaller. But it's like 20, 20, 20 kind of like percentage around that. Oh, someone asked favorite broth for hot pot. What's your favorite broth, Rennie?
I actually like a lot of curry-based broth because I like, you know, like curry. I guess I really like curry flavor, like curry veggies, curry meats, and stuff like that. So, it kind of depends on it. But if I go to a place where, so some places when you do hot pot, it's not just like one pot, but they have like a divider in the middle, so you can pick like 2 soups. So I usually like to pick curry as one of them.
Someone in chat asked me if you could tell my ethnicities. I don't think you can, to be honest. Like I don't know. Like no one has walked up to me like, oh, I can tell you are of like Hispanic descent or Asian descent or like Russian descent. Like everyone asks me like, what are you? Like they can't tell. So yeah, that no one can tell. I'm weird. But I think as I got older, like me personally, I've noticed more like features like of Asian descent, I guess. So like my hair texture changed a lot. It used to be like really like thick, I guess. But like I literally had to get my hair done by like a Viet woman. Like she did my hair and everything, and she's like, yeah, your hair changed a lot. She like couldn't believe that my hair was like very thick and wavy. It can still like wave, but it's like very like fine hair, right? I think like, right, fine hair, yeah. Or thin. There's like, it's one or the other. I don't know which one, but my hair's like pretty thin. It's not as thick. So like little things like that I've noticed, but I don't know, like that's just what I've been told. I'm not saying like this is my like feature and that's how you know like someone is of Asian descent. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like this is what people tell me, like, oh, I can kind of tell from this or that, you know, little things like that. But yeah, my eyes are almond shape. They're not, it doesn't look like I have like I don't have like really big eyes or really small eyes. Like my eyes are just almond shaped. It's like, oh, everyone asks me about that. Like, your eyes are almond shaped. Where are you from? Like, that's like one of the first questions people ask me. Like, your eyes are an interesting shape, and I'm like, okay, thanks. Summer or winter? Ooh, what's your favorite season, Rennie?
Probably winter. I live in LA, where it's primarily summer, like the entire year.
You're so
So,
lucky. I wish I was
like
in
it
LA.
where it's cold.
I visit LA quite often, so you know, if you ever want to hang out, I won't stand you up.
Oh, yes, let's hang out.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to LA for New Year's. It's either Vegas or LA, I'm not sure. but it's kind of like if like I have people to hang out with, I'll like go, you know, for New Year's. But if not, I'll probably just stay home. Have you tried Indian food? I don't think so. Have you?
A little bit. I've definitely tried like a lot of curries, and I think Indian food has a lot of lamb in it, and I really like lamb.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
not super familiar with the things that I've eaten.
Yeah, I don't think I've had Indian food. I don't really know too much about it. Much more than curry.
Well, I know that, but I'm not like a very adventurous person when it comes to food. So, if I've tried a lot of foods, if I've tried foods that are not things that I'm familiar with, then I'll probably try what's popular because there's probably a reason why it's popular, right? So, and I haven't tried a lot of Indian food in general, so that's why I've probably only tried curries.
I'm gonna take a pee break. I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, for sure. I'm not a very adventurous food eater, and growing up, I basically always ate at home because my parents don't make a lot of money. So you know, what's the way to save money? You eat at home. Eating out is expensive, so I'm mostly only familiar with like Chinese food and Vietnamese food. So I would like to try more, but I'm not super adventurous, and I also feel I'm like a really socially awkward person, so I don't like going out to sit down in a restaurant and eat by myself. So it kind of depends on if I have like friends who are available who want to like go try new places with me. What's going on? We're all just hanging out. Kind of like, I think Toast is sleeping right now, so he just takes on some streamers onto his chat, or onto his stream to chat with you all. Yes, I do know that too. I'm worried about saying it incorrectly though, because I'm not, I don't actually speak Vietnamese, so I'm worried about saying it incorrectly. I have tried a lot of different Vietnamese foods that I don't really know the names of, but, so basically, for Lunar New Year, my grandma's birthday was really close to Lunar New Year. So one weekend we do a family get-together with a bunch of Chinese food, and then the next weekend we do it with Vietnamese food. So I've eaten so many different types of Chinese and Vietnamese food, and I don't know the names of like anything. What time is it for me? For me, it is 2:30 a.m. I live in California, so I am on the West Coast, US, and I am usually on at around this quote-unquote like DGen hour. I was actually going to stream, and then I saw that Toast was doing the radio thing, so I was like, oh, you know what, I'll just hop on the radio for a couple hours first and then do my own stuff. But yeah, I woke up probably like 3 hours ago, so I'm a very late night person. Is he doing like a stream marathon? I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. I just know he's been doing really long streams for whatever reason. What was your first job? I worked at a boba store. For those of you who don't know what boba is, it's basically teas or flavored teas, sometimes with added, I guess, non-dairy creamer. Because for those of you who don't know, if you go to a boba store and you order milk tea, unless it's specifically fresh milk tea, it's probably a non-dairy creamer. So, fun fact for those of you who might be dairy sensitive or lactose intolerant. But yeah, I used to work at a boba store. You put MSG on boba tea? No. We did not do that. That is a very strange question. The What's my favorite milk tea flavor? I like roasted oolong milk tea. Yeah, there's a little bit of troll. You know?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I
Chat's
got a
asking me
blanket.
questions about boba now. Are boba teas caffeinated? It depends on what drink that you get. Not all teas are caffeinated, so chrysanthemum is not a caffeinated tea. If you're getting taro milk tea, it's also most likely not caffeinated because generally boba stores make taro milk tea out of a taro powder. So it's like a taro flavoring powder that is non-caffeinated. It doesn't actually have tea in it. It's like taro flavor with water, essentially.
Yes, chat. I hide my crack in both. Wait, that sounded. Never mind. That sounded so wrong. Anyways.
Oh, no.
Anyways, it's not like I sit in a bucket of. Never mind. Okay.
Sounds
so-
like you do, but I'm not gonna question too
Anyways,
much.
we're ready. You know, so my favorite boba that I've had is actually I've had quite a few. I've had like fruity ones, and I've also had like chocolatey ones. So I like taro milk tea with like Oreo crumbles. It's really good. I like that. That's one of my favorite boba.
Yes, I like those Oreo slushies.
Chat, I don't sit in a bucket full of boba and like. Anyways. Moving on.
For people who haven't had boba before, what's the best one to recommend to them? A lot of people tend to get the, you know, like how I was talking about for food adventures, that I'm not super adventurous, so I just get whatever's popular. The most common boba drink would be, like if you just went up to someone, you're like, oh, I want a boba milk tea. They're most likely going to give you a black milk tea with boba. So that is a black tea base. Typically with boba places, they will have a couple of tea bases, and the most popular ones would be black or green tea. Usually places will also have oolong tea. Oh! Oh, she disconnected! Oh, well, I guess I'm all alone now, guys. Wait, what if I just leave you guys too? Oh, she's back! Hello! Welcome back.
It does the thing, yeah. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Yeah, it's does that to some people, but not everyone, which is like really strange. Because I haven't disconnected yet. Now I'm jinxing myself.
Knock
but
on
not
wood,
yet.
knock on wood, knock on wood. No, yeah, I didn't like mean to leave on purpose. It just like happened, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, all right.
You're knocking on all the wood. Oh no.
Oh my god. Moving on from boba. Anyways, do you read any books? Ready?
God, I haven't read a book in so long.
Same.